They never do. That's
honestly, we could just start out. When do they start talking about the movie?
I think that. Yes. I like that. So, welcome to Diamond. I mean, I gotta change chairs. This one's loud.
You wanna swap with me?
Yeah, I'll swap with you. This is good audio.
Okay, we should probably edit that out.
Welcome in, folks, to Diamond in the Rough. Diamond in the Rough is the show where me, your host, Will, and your other host,
JJ,
as we go through and we unfortunately submit ourselves to watching movies that were critically panned with humongous budgets, and then
very small box office.
Very small box office. Definitely took a loss on the movie. And what do we do with those movies?
We eviscerate them, unless they're good. In which case, we sort of just stuff the guts back in there like a Build-A-Bear.
Yeah, there you go. And then we're like, I like these giblets.
Now, this movie is bad, but it's not that bad.
So far, we had... What was the last movie we watched?
Oh, was the last one Dudley?
It was Dudley,
yeah.
Which I think is a gem.
Yes.
I'd
say that was good. It's definitely a success.
That was found in the rough. Unfortunately, today we're reviewing Mars Needs Moms. Let's give you some more background on Mars Needs Mom. Mars Needs Mom came out March 11th, 2011. It was a Disney animated film.
Yeah, it was released around Mother's Day for to get Mother's Day cash.
Shit, I didn't have that. When is Mother's Day?
I don't know. I just remember seeing advertisements all the time. Actually, wait, I might have seen it in the Dollar Theater on Mother's Day, in which case, that's kind of embarrassing. Also, my mom wasn't there. It was just me and my dad.
Your mom sounds like she had a great day.
Oh, yeah, she
so
to the spa.
It originally starred Seth Green, Dan Fogler, the guy from Fantastic Beasts, Where to Find Him, the American one, not the other guy I don't care for.
Ah, yes.
The guy who's just a discount Benedict Cumberbatch. He's like if he was handsome,
Benedict
but worse at acting. So it's like that's the payout. Anyway, I don't need to include this. Definitely, I think so. A lot of people want to fuck Benedict Cumberbatch. Right. I don't know.
He's talented.
I see him and he looks alien.
And
you're right.
I want to fuck the aliens from Marcy's moms, okay?
You know, he was in. Okay, sorry. Really quick.
We could just cut this.
He was in Zoolander.
Who was it?
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oh.
He played Z.
Fuck.
He played a nondescript gendered person, and it was terrifying because they took his eyebrows off. I gotta make you watch those movies. I don't know if they're good, but I've never wanted to stop watching one of them.
Alright.
So in the cast, Seth Green, he stars as Milo, the 9-year-old. Joan Cusack plays his mom. And then Dan Fogler, I think that's how you pronounce it, from Fantastic Beasts, Where to Find Him. He's the larger, funny guy, sidekick kind of character. They all star in Mars Needs Mom. Although Seth Green's voice was considered not 9-year-old enough, which, like JJ pointed out before we started recording, is the first time Seth Green has ever been told this in his life. So they had to replace him with a younger, cooler kid named Seth Dusky. Seth Dusky.
You'll recognize some names from this one, actually. Not only do we got Joan Cusack from good old Mr. Wrong, we also got John Powell from Pan. We're making another star in one of these videos.
Our favorite mashup, which is Joan Cusack. That was Mr. Wrong and Pan. Everyone's favorite collaboration.
Perfect movies.
I hope everyone just keeps re-showing up from all the older episodes like some rolling joke that they are in their career.
Oh man, it's the guy that directed Die Hard. Wait a second.
I want you to know, Amy Steinfeld, who was the mom in Pan, she has 4 movies on her list right now.
Oh yeah, that's right.
She's considered one of the worst female actresses ever.
She was pretty bad.
She did not.
But hey, we wouldn't want to actually.
She wasn't in it that long.
But we don't want to hire, Oh wait, no, sorry, I'm thinking of Tiger Lily. She was also bad in that movie.
Yeah, but if you get her in the right film.
The point is, we're not going to hire Native Americans, okay?
Yeah, thanks, Disney.
Up next, Star Trek Into Darkness or whatever.
we don't want to be offensive by having them depict themselves offensively, so we'll just do it for them. Thanks, Disney. Star Trek Into
I
Darkness.
guess Rooney Mara was slightly better than the Mormon Tabernacle Choir, but
Yeah. There was
anyway,
a coin
back to
flip.
Mars Needs Mom.
So Mars Needs Mom. It's about a boy, and he's a shithead.
Right, and he's amazing. Like, complete shithead. All he does is just, like, shit on his mom all the time for no good reason.
But he's not dumb about it.
Right.
That's the thing.
Right? But I still never seen, like, a kid this unrepentant and just, like, shitlordy. But he's got charisma.
He does have charisma. I think that Seth Dusky definitely did a good job with that. Although, before I forget to add this,
yes.
they uploaded the Seth Green cut.
Yeah. Someone ripped his audio from a Blu-ray
Yeah.
and uploaded it to SoundCloud, right?
It's on SoundCloud. So look up the Seth Green cut of Mars Needs Moms.
We should include that in the YouTube upload.
We should just include it in this upload at the end. There would be an extra hour and 38 minutes because I'm including the credits. No, I'll include the link on YouTube, and then on Spotify, we'll probably just play probably the best bit of Seth. Yeah, we'll hurry along.
We're going to start with this plot. So, Mom gets abducted. Oh no. Oh, also the dad's not there. He's on business.
Yeah, and he always.
Kind of fair? Yeah.
That's what his secretary thinks at least. So, but Mars has been stealing moms from Earth for decades and decades because they're real bad at raising kids.
Yeah.
So they take a real good mom from Earth that they scouted like the NSA does. Foreign people.
Insurrection,
Yeah, there you go. We were both thinking different words.
Right.
Yeah, so they scout her like the NSA.
Milo just hops in the landing gear and is flying throughout the entire space shuttle. So good on them for pressurizing their landing gear, I guess.
Yeah, he runs after the spaceship like
what a good
Chicken
boy.
Little.
Yeah.
I'm just going to reference other Disney movies. So, runs after that and then clips him in, and he just gets knocked into it because he's lucky and not dead from being in a vacuumed room.
Yeah, it's really a good thing they gave life support to their landing gear.
Yeah, definitely. So
they go to Mars. Woo! Then he gets bumbled around for a bit, and Dan breaks Seth's, plural? Both Seths out of jail. Cephases. So they go to the dumpster, where it turns out that's where all the men are living, so there's like a huge apartheid state on Mars between the women and the men, and like it's supposed to be like an allegory for moms and dads, I guess, but it kind of comes off as like one of those old Noble Savage type movies from the 60s, like, oh man, Indians sure are cool, but I wouldn't want to touch one. Where are you going with this song of the South?
You know, for a movie that's so positive towards moms, it really kind of dug in that men aren't needed. And
also like the mom society is like the super dystopian one.
Yeah.
Because like I get the point. They're arguing like, you need a mom and a dad, which
I'm with you on that. Need one. But
you need moderation. Well, let's go with that.
They did like a couple of things where they were undermining the idea of needing moms and needing dads, but they were just like negative both sides.
Yeah.
And it was just like, what the hell?
Again, it's really like those things where it's like, oh man, it sure would be cool to be a native, right? But we can't stop progress. Anyways, I'll stop that now because that's enough of that. You get my point.
And if you're wondering why we haven't found out...
I should point out that I also have dreadlocks and dance around like garbage fires. I feel the need to bring that up. Go back to your thing.
That's very Disney of them. Cool Runnings was real popular.
We're whalers on the moon.
So, you're probably wondering, why haven't we found the Martians on Mars? They're just fucking there. That's because they live underground. That was what they were like, they just live underground. That's
fine. They also have facilities above ground.
Yeah, and
in fact, they have big old lasers
and shoot rockets off of it.
Oh god, they needed some massive laser contraption to extract the essence of mom into their mom
based off of sunlight, but they could only use it once a month.
Apparently there's like a limited resource to how much mom they can download through these lasers.
So
they need to keep getting new moms every once in a while because apparently you can't just duplicate the code. I guess that's like JPEG artifacting or something, where it just gets lower quality over time.
Well, they live
And eventually they become wine-offs instead of moms, I presume.
winos, yeah. That's hilarious.
They didn't tell us, so that's what I was assuming.
Well, should they upload the code that they got from downloading a mom
via laser.
And via light laser.
Fucking, like, Indiana Jones episode 1 lasers.
Yeah, and then they put it into a robot that raises the kids.
And then they dump all the male kids into the dumpster.
But eventually the moms just start, like they're chicken nuggets. Time to blend these chicks so that I can make McDonald's and make nondescript burger I'm gonna have to edit around that. Nondescript. No, they don't listen to it. Fuck it, yeah. McDonald's. Fuck you, McDonald's.
Fuck you, McDonald's. So we meet Dan, and Dan's like, "Oh man, it's so cool being a NEET. I love not having a job." And I'm like, you know what? He makes some valid points. But Milo's like, no, I'm not like you. I'm halfway between a mom and a dad, making me the superior being.
I am Milo, Tron. Get him, Milo!
Milo smash! Anyways,
Milo.
We see through, like, is this the part where we see the mom's memories?
I wrote down a world of trash.
Yes, World of Trash. So that's when we see.
Oh, that's right, because they're reviewing the.
Yeah.
They're reviewing the memories of the mom.
He sees her being hauled away. I don't know if he sees the memories like that, or if they go to the part where he almost saves her and then sees her memories. Anyways, the reason I bring this up is this was actually a big moment for me, because that was when I realized that they filmed this like in person. Because the shot from the mom's memories is very clearly through the left eye. And I'm like, okay, an animator would not have thought to make memories only through an eye, right?
Yeah.
Like, almost that time, I was like, okay, how realistically would someone displace on monitor? So they don't go after the strip, so they gotta pick an eye. No, they clearly actually filmed this in person, which gives me an excuse to rag on the Lion King.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, I
knew you were gonna tie it in, but I didn't know how.
Basically, there's this big argument that the Lion King remake is not animated, and one of the things was in their behind the scenes video. They're like, oh man, but like, all the actors were there in person, which does in fact make Martians' Mom a live-action movie, which is why it did not do well. Disney live-action movies are not as good as their cartoons. Time.
You forgot to tie in that Surf's Up is also a live-action movie.
Yes, by this train of logic, Surf's Up was filmed in much the same way, and is therefore also a live-action movie.
Martians' Mom was motion capture, so that one has a way better excuse when they actually did the scenes. They didn't just make models.
Yeah.
So
no, Martians' Mom is very impressive, like artistically.
Yeah,
but not in a whole lot.
Did Square Enix help out with this, or was it just like they had motion capture directors who worked with Square Enix who did this? I know that.
That would make sense.
So was Square Enix just so obsessed with it?
Yeah, they really. Well. Okay, that's not really the time to get into this history, but they like tried making digital actors, but it's like, how are you gonna do that? Because you still need the voice actor.
Yeah, they haven't stopped trying. Well, here's the best part is they always look for ones that are specifically hot too, and it's like no one's gonna see their face. It's like actually a point of them. Anyway, so
we'll do
an episode on that.
There's a graffiti artist, right? In the city that's just slamming water balloons against the walls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like,
it's a dystopia, so it's great. So any form of color is offensive.
It's just random hippie splatters.
A lot of chase scenes happen. Like, this movie is mostly chase scenes.
Oh, I want to bring up, I could barely understand Gribble most of the time. I had no idea what the fuck he was saying throughout 90% of that movie. I was like, what the hell? He sounds worse than the aliens. So as Gribble is helping Milo go find his mom, and he's hackering through every building and shit, eventually the aliens kind of find him, and then they SWAT him, and they kick down his fucking door, and he gets swarmed by them, and they just, like, pull him out and get him. Like a guy who's really good at Counter-Strike, but did it on the wrong people.
Yeah. So they take him in front of the firing squad, which is a lovely scene, because, like, there's, they have the wall to catch the ash, and it's, like, the shape of one of the aliens with their hands tied, and it's like, oh, alright.
And in between this is when Milo meets the alien who's tagging shit. It's like the assistant to the main lady. She was just like, I just really like 70s sitcoms.
Yeah. One of these days, Margaret. Zip, boom, pow!
Oh, my favorite black and white 70s sitcom, The Honeymooners.
Don't think too hard about it.
Yeah, but so Gribble's in the firing squad, and Milo gets a gun and shoots a cartoon hole around Gribble style to drop him onto the ground, even if he's shooting through fucking slabs of concrete.
Mm-hmm.
And all the while, all the aliens are shooting directly at them.
Yeah,
they're
they're
absolutely missing.
Is that another commentary on moms? I feel like somehow it is.
It's gotta be. Moms can't shoot. Wow, Disney.
But if push comes to
wow.
shove, moms will not gun down the homeless man. That is all.
That is all. So, I laugh unironically when Gribble, because he's freaking the fuck out, and he's like, "You're shooting at me with a gun. Couldn't you just, like, untie me?" And I was like, that is a very natural reaction to what just happened at him. And then, so now they're way underground in some weird Karshner's Cavern kind of situation. And
You really like doxing us, don't you?
We've said what's safer.
I know.
Do other people not know about... So anyway, a cavern, a nondescript cavern with light bugs in it. Gribble talks about how his mom was Indiana Jones lasered to death.
Yes,
and he watched...
And her AI was downloaded into the nanobots.
Yeah, which is why all the current Mars kids are really overweight. She's a good mom, and it's Gribble's fault. He killed her directly. And then the hippie vandal alien is down there with them. And Gribble is terrified to see her, obviously, because she's an alien. And he's like, oh, fuck, I'm going to die. They were just trying to fire squad me. Like,
right, yeah.
I'm not ready for this. And then there's just a bunch of sexual tension between them.
Oh, yeah.
Like, actually written into the story, too.
She's like, do you blush? And he's like, oh, no.
She's like, when you turn colors. I like when you turn colors. And then he's just like, I never learned about
girls. Which is weird, because she's like completely ignoring all the colors in the cave, right?
Yeah, which are pretty that she has definitely not seen.
Very beautiful movie. Like, a lot of the directive choices, like, the gravity's realistic. The lights are very beautiful. Yeah. But man, I feel like the book part of the movie isn't very good.
Well, the
movie part of the movie is very good.
The animation and the action scenes I thought were very well done, which is crazy. She's just a chubby chaser, though, to sum up that other point.
Yeah. This is important.
Yeah.
So, more chases ensue, because, again, that's most of the movie.
There was a Who Let the Dogs joke out.
Oh, yeah.
That I just think everyone needed in their life. It was very shameful, and they did it without even thinking back, and that upset me.
What a time capsule was 2011?
Oh, no! Yeah, so it was like 6 years behind.
Oh, that's
Seth
right.
Green stuck in 2005.
On 3 other movies that year, at least.
The thing about Pan is I feel like he had too many influences from Nars Needs Moms inside his soundtrack.
But the directors did not have enough.
No.
Remember that time they killed the Aboriginal man and he exploded into paint? That entire scene was awful.
You guys...
we've talked about Pan enough in the Pan.
Just enough to say, listen to the Pan episode. Do not watch Pan.
Yeah.
So, these aren't chronological, but don't watch Pan. I'll just sum that up for you. So, they get all the boysies, Milo finds a rocket, and then they, like, murk 6 people.
Yeah.
Because Milo still got the gun.
Yeah.
And so they just kind of, like, take out 6 of the female aliens to steal a rocket. And then one of the trash guys comes up. The main one.
Yeah, it's like a Dan's main friend.
Yeah. I forgot his name. Yeah, but then he's like, oh, I'm going to go start a riot, Planet of the Apes style.
Yes. Because, when I think when I think fathers, I think just like chimpanzee level motherfuckers.
Violence towards moms.
Yeah, just very rampant, garbage dancing.
I feel like this movie...
Like, I know what they were going for, but There's a problem when you make that the entire species.
No, you're right. Well, no, just one gender of a species.
Yeah.
So they're not even different. They're just...
Well, when you have the entire dynamic of a species be, oh, they won't let us have fun, so we gotta fight for it. It's like,
Now thinking back on it, they legitimately... Or no, they didn't. They showed that... So the babies, they didn't just throw them down a chute. They kind of softly landed them stork style with drones and stuff. I remember that. Because
that was like the big celebration for all the dads.
Which was... That was fun.
That's nice.
That's lit a fire and threw some of them in there, roasted a couple of them, and kept the strongest ones that won the fights. Like they're crabs or something.
Well, yeah, I mean, if they hadn't done that, they would have lost the revolt.
Oh, definitely.
Going back to which, they did not, in fact, lose the revolt.
So they launch a trash counterattack.
You know, because what are laser guns in the face of trash men?
Yeah.
That's why all those Danny DeVitos killed the stormtroopers in episode 6.
Nope, that's it. So, while they're striving the counterattack, and Gribble and his newfound alien girlfriend are in the getaway car, Milo runs over to this dome, which is separate from it on Mars.
The Temple of Doom, as it were.
The Temple of Doom, where with his mom is in there.
Yeah,
about
she's
to alien laser her. Yeah. And so he wakes her up, and probably, I think, most realistic reaction is Joan Cusack looks left, looks right, and immediately starts screaming when she realizes she's in space.
Well, there's like the first second before she actually like opens her eyes where she's like, Milo, let me sleep.
Yeah. Oh, go back to that.
I'm on Mars!
I'm gonna die! Just like, oh, solid. Yeah, so Milo then explains that all the men are good and the women are bad, which... That statement made me uncomfortable.
This is just reverse Stardust. Keep going.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was like,
they're running out of the dome. So he finally gets Joan Cusack ready. They run out of the dome, and they're going, and then Milo biffs it like an asshole. And his helmet breaks open.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Joan Cusack immediately rips off her helmet and puts
it on starts
Milo.
pouring the ants on Milo. Shit, wrong move.
I would love to have seen Mom, and she's like, I'm on their side. Mars needs moms.
You didn't feed these ants!
And then she shoots him, and then it just says Mars needs moms too, and ends with blood splatter. Oh my god.
Which is,
we should do a sci-fi.
The old lady Martian that's like the big bad.
The Palpatine. She's totally the Palpatine of Mars.
Yeah, basically, yeah. She attempts to just like murder them because her plan failed. That was fun.
Yes.
So she gets stopped.
Well, Gribble, to save Joan Cusack.
He's running because he failed to save his mom at like the same time. It's a very clear callback.
Yeah. I didn't hate it at all. I thought it was kind of nice. Well, so the Palpatine ruins the door or whatever, and so no one can leave, even though the one junkyard guy is holding the helmet to the door. It's like they can't open the door. So Gribble sprints towards Milo and his mom, and then runs immediately past them. And they're like, you're running away from the Mars base, and then undoes the helmet.
Yeah,
he doesn't immediately know where it is, though, which wasn't shitty.
Because it was so when he tried to save his mom the first time, he brought a helmet for her to breathe when he got her.
But she got dusted. She got Temple of Doom. Yeah, and then
somewhere between the Death Star and a James Bond villain trap.
Yeah.
No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to. Sorry for peeking the audio there.
It's all good. So they save Joan Cusack. Everyone's happy. They hang Miss Palpatine.
No, it's also kind of fucked up. So the punishment for her being big evil is she's basically made into a housewife, and it's like, yo, what the fuck?
Even worse than that, she's more like a maiden waiting.
Yeah. She's like changing the baby's diapers. And it's like, man, this is fucked up. Did the patriarchy win? Was I rooting for the patriarchy?
I guess I was. The baby just starts peeing in her face. Yeah. And I was like, that's fucked up. They should have just cut off her head and hung it in the square like normal people.
Right? Like the French would have done.
When have the French been wrong except in food and culture?
And then, so he returns home, and the dad returns home, so balances restored, peace is brought back to the house, And Milo fucking disintegrates some trash with his laser pistol.
Yeah, he kept the fucking gun. He's like, I'm gonna bring this to school. Kids with those nice shoes.
Oh no.
Oh no, Milo. That was the fucking movie. His dad did come back. His dad only came back.
Well, it's very clear, like, it's the end of the arc. There was imbalance in the... And it's like, for a Mother's Day movie, they really pushed the dad angle on this. Like, this feels like it was meant for fathers.
It's only happy once the dad's back in the picture, is what it says.
Well, and, like, here's the thing. That's fine on some, like, making movies. Like, fathers are good. The problem is, this was marketed to watch with your mom.
Yes.
So it feels like they're trying to brainwash your mom into, like, being more subservient.
Yeah.
Which is especially bad with, like, the Palpatine one doing the diaper
definitely.
on. It's like, again, I don't think that's what they were going for, but it looks bad. It's not a good look.
They definitely undermine their message.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing.
Like, at least in the Father's Day movie, I say, well, this is kind of fucked.
Yeah.
But at least it's on.
At least it's, like, happy about dads.
Yeah.
Well, the weirdest part about the movie is at the very end, after Milo disintegrates the trash, he runs in to say hi to his dad, and then you hear 2 laser shots, and his parents scream, and then nothing, and it goes... Mars needs moms, kills.
And Mars needs moms, kills again.
Kills again. Attack of the Killer Mars. The planet, not the Martians, just the planet.
This time, Mars needs kids. What? Oh yeah, the kids come out of the ground. I forgot to mention that.
That's right. They grow them like potatoes. I forgot about that. They don't fuck. That's where you guys came from.
Don't ask why they have genders if they don't fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know either.
But
we can please skip over the cake thing.
Yeah,
that's more to go with. Oh boy, you really need a mom and a dad thing. It's like, wow, fuck you, single parents.
Seriously, see this with your mom, who's raised you for 12 years and is single, and she works 2 jobs.
Oh, what's that? Your mom died during childbirth. Well, guess what? You only have a dad. Scrub.
This is a really sad movie to see with a single mom,
right? Or dad.
Or dad, yeah.
I mean, it is worse for a mom, admittedly, but.
Yeah, it's just bad all around.
Or gay parents.
So
we used to live happily as mom and dad, even though we don't sexually reproduce. Why though?
But only as mom and dad.
Only as mom and dad.
No, because they show all the guys raising them, and it just means that I guess it's saying lesbian parents are bad, and I don't like that as a message. But yeah, they're cool with dads.
Lesbians are authoritarian, and gay dads are just super cool.
They're super cool, and they'll let you do whatever in the house and do shit.
Yeah, and start garbage fires.
Yeah, and a bobsled team.
Oh fuck! Literally, the movie ended with him disintegrating garbage.
That's. I just realized. Right when I turned off the movie, he also disintegrated garbage.
I swear I did not come into the podcast expecting to talk this much about this.
I didn't either. Well,
but it's so obvious in retrospect.
No, I get you. God, that's crazy. The minds that brought you the soundtrack of Pan and Ants to Eat Someone to Death. Well, really quick, before I forget this, one of the major things for me about this movie is, one, they had to make Seth Green a couple inches shorter in motion capture, which is funny that he wasn't actually he wasn't too tall to do this role in motion capture based off of his exact body.
Yep.
But also, Milo, when he's like, no, I should apologize to my mom. I fucked up today. At the very beginning of the movie. Jumps out of his bed, puts on shoes in his own fucking house just to walk downstairs in the kitchen. And that upset me because he was not wearing them. He was wearing socks for the beginning part of this movie. But he's like, no, now's the time where I put on shoes.
I mean, it would question the reality of this sexless world that for some reason has genders and an authoritarian society and guard people. If he was on that many chasings without shoes, I just wouldn't buy the movie at all.
Could you imagine if Seth Green, in the back, all the behind the scenes, the first half of it is him going, fuck, I rolled my ankle. Can't you guys give Milo shoes? These slippers are awful.
No, why would he put on shoes in his own house? Shut up, Seth. And then Dusky, I was like, yeah, okay.
He's like, if you don't want me in the movie. And they're like, no, we need Seth Green. And then they listened to it and went, shit, we could have made him wear those slippers. That kid needs it to make it in this town. You want to make it in this town, you wear slippers. Yeah, technically it was very pretty and impressive.
Yes. A lot of the stuff that it did that is unique to stuff you can do in movies was very good, but a lot of fundamentals of like story writing was just kind of bland. And again, now that I look back on it, kind of problematic.
Yes, I think the themes could have definitely there and improved.
Yeah,
for sure. And even then, if they had,
I wonder if it's better or worse than Mars Needs Women.
I don't think it could be worse than Mars Needs Women, but I haven't seen Mars Needs Women, which is a 60s or 70s, 74 or something.
Oh shit! Do you think she watched Mars Needs Women? Do you think the alien that watched a bunch of like 60s movies and stuff?
She must have. Well, no, oh shit, she must have.
She downloaded like hundreds of those. Yeah.
But those were all TV shows, she said.
I don't know. I think she just said shows.
How would she know the difference? She wouldn't.
I haven't seen any movies or anything.
Well, she's like, I've only got Netflix. I don't have Hulu and Amazon Prime or HBO Max. And he's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
All right.
The weirdest part was when Milo plugged Family Guy. So, yeah, rate it.
Yeah. All right. Very good if you're into like. There's a lot of stuff to appreciate if you're like a big film buff, but for casual viewing, it's not great. It's good. It's fine.
It's a real. If it's on the TV.
Yeah.
What else is on TV? But it's not the worst thing on TV.
If you need to teach Riley and Davis about editing, it might be worth showing them. But
man, the scene transitions were really good. I'm thinking about it. But yeah, if you had to give it something out of 100.
I don't know. The problem is because like it's not exactly straight scale because there's like casual watching and there's like art watching. So I guess I want to say like
give it
65.
Okay.
65 is a good aggregate because you can enjoy it no matter what, and
That's
you can get extra enjoyment if you're looking for it.
Yeah. If 60 is average on my scale,
mine is 50, but I should probably say
50 is probably average because it's like right in the middle. I would say. Like for a kids movie, I'd say it's above average. I think not by a lot, and I don't like kids movies a lot because I feel like they dumb down too many themes for kids. Which is why I like the older '80s ones where it's like you shouldn't be showing this to kids. It's like, they're adults too.
Man, Snow White scared the fuck out of me as a kid.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. I think I'd probably be around that middle 60 range. I'd say probably 63 or something. Just like not quite gonna keep it on the TV, but it's not the worst thing on TV. Right. That's the thing. It isn't a diamond in the rough.
But I do feel like it deserved more than what it got.
And
it deserved. Oh right, the reason I brought Lion King earlier, it deserved more than the Lion King.
I think it deserved. I definitely think it's better than the Lion King remake. And also the Sleeping Beauty remake.
Is that a thing?
Not Sleeping Beauty. It's on the works. No, Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, but no one argued. But I mean, that one actually did have some live action. So it's kind of.
That one was actually live action. But I just thought it just was unnecessary. But the thing about, I don't think it deserved to do better than Surf's Up, personally.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen Surf's Up recently. So Surf's Up was like, yeah, it did. So.
It deserved more than Surf's Up 2, but I think it did get more than Surf's Up 2.
Yeah, but Surf's Up 2 is a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
How much? Shit! I forgot to tell you guys.
Actually, Marcy's Mom was Disney's biggest box office bomb for a while. I'm like, man, that doesn't seem right. I see Mulan 2, and I'm like, oh wait, they made Mulan 2 on $300. So they only needed one person to buy it to make a profit.
That's hilarious. One theater to take it up.
No, it was straight to the video. Disney did a lot of straight to video sequels. Right. Good for them, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, they always
make money. That's what the Mulan remake was, now that I think about it.
So, this was $150 million budget.
And it shows.
Yeah, it definitely does.
You can definitely tell.
And
again, very beautiful movie.
Box office, $39.2 million.
Yeah.
So, which alternately, Home, if you guys have seen that movie, which unfortunately I've seen most of it, made $386 million.
Seriously?
With, I can't find it, but there's a budget for it. I know it. Rihanna was in it, which is cool, but it's not cool enough to make up for the parts I didn't like.
And Sheldon was in.
The budget was $135,000. What?
What?
What'd they spend it on? That can't be right.
Oh, that's $135 million.
Oh, yeah, $35 million. Woo! That's way too high.
I was about to have a heart attack.
Oh, yeah, if they did not that much of a budget.
Wait, this costed less than Mars Needs Women.
It's opening. Not
actually, that makes sense. But like,
yeah.
But it
came out like 10 years later? 5 years later?
No, this...
Okay, 4 years later. Still. God.
Yeah.
Was this Illumination or...
This was DreamWorks.
Oh, never mind then. I was going to say Illumination is very good at just not spending money on their animation.
Well, they just use
God, they're so
a
great.
very...
We're here to talk about Marcy's mom.
So anyway...
I give it an opal out of rough.
I think it should have made its money back.
Yeah. I feel like... I don't know. See, it's this weird thing, because I don't necessarily deserve more than what it got, but when you compare it to other things that got more...
Escape from Planet Earth made $74 million, and that was garbage.
Yeah, okay, so it's like it doesn't necessarily deserve more than
its budget was $40
but it deserves
million.
more than what these movies got.
I think
or should have got.
I think Marcy.
It's the same thing we said about Dudley Do Right. Like, sure, maybe it didn't deserve to make a ton of money.
Yeah.
But it deserved to make more than George in the Jungle, which did make a ton of money.
Which made us so much fucking money.
Basically, what we're saying is the world is unfair. Thanks for watching.
So anyway, yeah, thanks for listening. You know why Escape from Planet Earth made so much money? Brendan Fraser starred in it.
You know why Dudley Do Right did?
Because Brendan, I don't know. Oh, Sarah Jessica Parker was in both of those, by the way.
Shit,
She's
really?
in Escape from, and she was in Dudley Do Right.
Huh.
So anyway, do not support Sarah Jessica Parker. Anything else? I think we can sum up this episode with callbacks from every episode. Yeah. Be sure
Is
to...
there anything we're missing? Rollerball.
No, never bring up Rollerball.
That's the one we will never reference.
I don't want to reference it. We probably will. This PowerPoint was worse than the one in Rollerball. So
I hope we never witness another PowerPoint in the middle of the movie.
I hope so either.
Especially when he's assaulting like the
PowerPoint.
main villain in his bodyguard.
Yes.
We should probably cut up this stuff now related to Marcy's mom.
No, I'm gonna leave it all in. I'm not editing shit. Let's hack it together. So, thank you guys for making it through this, listening to this shit. We appreciate the fuck out of it. Be sure to follow us on Spotify so that you get the updates when episodes come out. I know they've been few and far in between, but a lot of stuff with the stream that we do on Twitch, PPR Gaming, it has been just taking up a lot of our time, and we've been developing our YouTube page. Please pay our rent studios on YouTube. That's how I plug stuff, is I just make excuses why I haven't worked on something. And then Twitter at official PPR. I'll use it if you do. So it's just, we're going to try and put more of these out. We're still working on the shitcast. Be sure to listen to the shitcast, also in the same places. Follow us on YouTube, subscribe, whatever. Just make sure you're getting those episode updates. I don't really care what else. Just getting the updates is important for you to keep listening, for us to keep making content.
Hey, if YouTube and Twitter starts doing well, I can probably talk well into letting me make a bunch of shit posts, which I desperately want to do.
Yeah, you could, but you have to do well first. If you guys have anything at all that you...
recommendations for future Down in the Rough,
yes,
possibly.
Email us at pleasepayarent@gmail.com or pporpodcast@gmail.com. Either one I will receive, and then we'll probably do that one sooner rather than later. We've got a pretty good list of stuff, but we obviously want to do the shit that you recommend first. It does have to be a movie with a large budget, and it had to have lost money. That's what we're going with for right
also
now.
Also critically panned, usually.
And critically panned, yeah, definitely. It can't be a cult classic already. We appreciate you guys. That's all I've got.
Yep, same here.
So I guess we'll count it down to 3, 2, 1. Don't kill yourself. Alright, I guess I'll ship it. Any words of wisdom?
Don't sweat the petty things and don't pet the sweaty things.